Hi everyone. So I'm going to do a review today of something I acquired recently and something that I have sort of fallen in love with the moment I got it out of the box. I'm not a very big sort of knife type of person. I love tools. I love tools a lot, but not so much like knives for sort of like hunting or that type of use. But for me, a knife is a tool, and I've been looking around quite a lot for something that is. Weight isn't always a problem for me, but recently, because of my neurology getting a lot weaker, it became a problem. So I wanted something a little bit lighter, but something that did not sacrifice the quality of the tool that I was looking for, and the reliability of the tool, the quality reliability, the ergonomics of the tool, the anthropometrics of the tool, and being a huge fan of Gerber tools, I I left Gerber alone. I didn't go to Gerber originally. I went to all other brands. I looked at a lot of other brands, and I I saw a couple that I liked, and obviously I looked only online, and after looking at them online, I then went onto YouTube and watched a lot, made lots of notes, and watched a lot of your videos. Obviously, you guys have those knives, you have those tools, and you've been out into the field and tested them and abused them and bashed them about and so on, which I really, really appreciate because being housebound, I can't do that, but I still want to have those tools. Um, so I did like some of them. There was quite a bit of a shortlist that I did make, but the problem for me was that where I live in the United Kingdom. The price was a bit too restrictive, and the reason being was that I have a sort of a philosophy that when I buy something, I want to be able to afford a replacement for it. So if I, miraculously break it, or if I lose it from my own stupidity, or if I damage it by my own stupidity, and there's nothing that I can do physically to repair that tool, um, then I want to be able to uh, replace that tool. And I want to be able to replace that tool without having to um, worry about uh, reinvesting a certain amount of money into that tool again. So it's kind of that usability maintenance kind of thing that really appeals to me. Gerber makes some very, very excellent tools. Although a lot of people do criticize Gerber, and unfortunately, I am one of those people. And the reason being, the only reason I criticize Gerber is because they make phenomenal tools, but their warranty is only ever limited to North America. I really don't like that because it's a product that is sold not only in North America, it's sold all over the world, and it's a product that is relied upon by expedition people, adventurers, military, police, law enforcement, paramedics, fire brigade. You get the idea. So what? And Gerber also sells its tools abroad to other, international clients. So why only limit the warranty to North America? It kind of does not make sense to me. But ignoring that, because the maintenance part of the tool is that, if something does go drastically wrong, I can replace it. And I'm prepared to, for me, I'm not going to go out and buy insurance for this tool, because for me, the insurance is that if it, if something I do, user interface, that I break it or I lose it or I damage it, I have enough money to buy an immediate replacement and not have to wait and save up and so on. So for me, matching all those criteria, this product, not just from the brand, but this product from the entire list that I had a look at, was the best one for me. And it also happened to be a Gerber because it matched what my specifications were. So this product is the Gerber Strongarm. I believe it was released last year. I believe. I remember seeing one of the videos from Ultimate Survival Tips. Um, I think he interviewed Gerber, and he did a video where they showed that this was being released. So the Gerber Strongarm. So I really love this tool. I've played around with it. I've adjusted the strap, the belt strap on it. It does come with a lot of options to adjust the belt strap, and I've actually removed all of them and just kept the simple loop, just so that it can go into my belt or any webbing or in my bag. I've also attached 60 centimeters of paracord. Actually, that was a mistake, a miscalculation. I actually wanted to attach more, but I'm just going to go with this for now, because the first thing is, I always believe that a tool like this, a saw or a knife or a multi-tool, should always have some sort of security, and paracord, 7-strand paracord, 550 paracord is really good, and I've singed the tips. So, but I think this is adequate, because I would hook this over my belt or over the webbing just for extra protection, because I don't want to lose it. So, as you've probably seen from my other videos, I do have a Gerber LMF Infantry 2 black that was given to me by my lab, but for me it's a little bit heavy. However, all my fellow scientists and engineers, when they're in the field, they carry that, and there are many reasons for carrying that, but that's a whole video on its own. However, that is certified to carry. This is a personal buy. I bought it from my own funds, and so I'll just do a quick introduction. Obviously, I won't be able to do a trashing introduction, as it's like, do a big field test. But for me, I think everyone on YouTube has done. You guys have already done it. But for me, I just wanted to give a different kind of view on this tool, and my view on this tool is that it is absolutely phenomenal. For me, it's like a heritage tool, and I use the word heritage always with a lot of precaution. It's like a very special word to me, that I only put or award to things that I really believe will last a long time, and something that is of very high good quality. It is a full tang knife. You can get the knife without the serrations, but I do like a knife with a little bit of serration, simply for cutting rope and cutting for emergency cutting. It also makes my life a lot easier, because of my weakness, just to have a little bit of serration on it. The serration is, let's just have a quick look, 37 millimeters long, and I did measure this. Now remember, this isn't a straight line, obviously you can see, but so this is 83 millimeters, because I measured it with the rope, like you do on a map, like you'd measure a stream on a map or something. And the thickness of the blade is 5 millimeters. I don't actually know the weight. I have had a look on the Gerber website. That's another thing that always irritates me. The Gerber website is just so difficult to navigate. I just wish that they'd make it a lot easier and put a lot more detail on their website. Unfortunately, I don't know the weight of this, but I'm pretty much sure that someone else has probably already annotated that. As I mentioned, it's a full tang. It has a pommel at the end, which I really like. And the handle, the ergonomics of this handle, this was one of the things that I really liked, that the ergonomics of this handle was pretty much the reason that I almost immediately awarded it that the heritage sign. The ergonomics of the handle, the size of the blade, and the weight balance of the weight balance of the entire tool. Let me just show you. It is just about here. The center, the equilibrium center is just about here, just on the tip of the handle and where the blade meet. And the anthropometrics of the ergonomics of the blade, they're just so the entire knife is just so comfortable. And I had to hold it a couple of times, because when you hold it, it does feel a little bit tip heavy from the back part, but that is because of the thickness of the blade. But you get used to it really quickly. It is a little bit light, because I'm used to the Gerber LMF Infantry 2, which has the heavy strike pommel at the back, which sort of balances the front of the handle. It is a little bit sort of heavy towards this side. However, it's not that much of a problem. I really like the ability of this knife to pretty much do everything that I would want with it. And for me, it would be a general safety knife, campcraft knife, a general engineering knife. Um, cutting things, destroying things, breaking things, cutting into things, making a shelter, making a structure. Not everything is about survival for me. A lot of stuff that I do in the lab, I always end up needing a knife to construct something, and this is absolutely phenomenal. I really, really like this, and there are a lot of people out there who have put this knife through a lot of hard testing, and so has Gerber, because I know Gerber works a lot hand in hand with the ladies and gentlemen in the military, and I really admire that. Not only the ladies and gentlemen in the military, but Gerber working with them and listening to them. So we learn quite a lot from them because they have a lot of field experience. And also Gerber works a lot with industry, and they don't show off too much about it, which I really like. I really dislike brands showing off about whom they're working with. I appreciate that they work with things, but when it's just in your face, intense marketing, that puts me off a product. I don't care if it's the gold standard for a product, but if a company shows off too much about it, and there are a number of apologize for that. There are a number of companies which do show off about their products, and I really dislike that. But with this one, I really, really like the overall product. Um, let me know what your thoughts are. I mean, this isn't a test video. This is just a show video. I've used this a couple of times in the lab, and I really, really like it. Just to sort of make a small structure that I needed to do out of a material. It was very, very tough, very, very strong. It managed to, cut through a lot of difficult materials, and it didn't let me down. It does have a ceramic coating on it, which is really, 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 really good, because it will hold the overall structure of the knife. It is 420 high carbon steel, which holds its cutting edge, and it's also quite easy to sharpen. I would recommend using a ceramic sharpener. I personally have one from Victorinox, which I have used on my Leatherman knives and my Gerber multi-tool, which I actually have with me at all times. I'm trying to find it's actually under my leg. You can see the use on this knife. I've sharpened that little blade a lot of times with the Victorinox ceramic sharpener, and the major thing that I had to sharpen on this 400 was the pair of scissors. I've just oiled it, and these scissors just pretty much cut through everything now. So I would highly recommend using a ceramic sharpener. The Victorinox sharpener is really good because it just looks like a pen, so you can just put it anywhere in your bag. It doesn't attract much attention towards it, especially if you're going through like TSA security or anything. They're not suddenly going to see a sharpener and then start searching your bag because they think you have a lot of illicit things with you. So yeah, that was just a sort of a general conversation about this tool, and certainly I watched a lot of videos on this tool after choosing it, and when I decided to buy it, I was left with absolutely no doubt. But always, I'm the type of person that actually likes to physically touch things. Just get them into my hand and adjust them and see how they will fare. I actually did not know about this being a little bit sort of tip kind of heavy. I did not hear that. Maybe I missed it in other reviews. But nonetheless, I will get used to it, and frankly, it does feel a little bit, because it's probably because my hands are used to the LMF too, but I will get used to it. But I absolutely love this, and I have awarded it the Heritage Award. It's sort of my thing, that something that I will really love and enjoy, and something that will last me a long time. So thank you very much for watching. I just wanted to give you my sort of view on the knife. For me, it will be a tool, and it will accompany me in my bag on an expedition if I do manage to get out and stuff. But it's being used in my lab as well. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know your views on it, and I really appreciate the discussion. It really cheers me up. Thank you very much, and I shall speak to you on other videos. Thank you. Bye.